The news at noon starts right now.
And we want to start with late breaking news out of North Texas this noon. Police in Arlington investigating after a gunman fired shots on a high school campus.
This happening at Timberview High School. So far, we do know that there were at least 4 hurt, some students. Alicia Barrera is live in the newsroom with the latest.
David, Ursula, good afternoon. Well, we first brought you this news during the KSAT News Now at 11, and there are many updates as this is still a very evolving situation. Here's what police have said so far. Timberview High School, so you get a better idea, it's about 30 minutes southwest of Dallas. Earlier this morning, police say students got into a fight inside a classroom. There's cell phone footage of the fight, according to police. Arlington police say one person pulled out a gun and opened fire. That suspect has been identified as 18-year-old Timothy George Simpkins. Moments later, the high school went on shutdown with all lights being turned off and students taking cover in classrooms while Simpkins made a run for it on foot.
What we believe happened preliminary is that there was a fight between a student and another individual in a class, and a gun was used, and there are 4 victims.
4 victims total. 3 are students. 1 is an older person that hasn't been identified. 2 of those victims have gunshot wounds and are in the hospital. According to Arlington police, at least 1 of the victims is currently undergoing surgery. We know U.S. Marshals are now involved in the search for the suspect. Police say he is considered to be armed and dangerous and need any information from the public. Arlington PD tweeted out that Simpkins may be driving a 2018 silver Dodge Charger. The license plate that they released is PFY 6260. But happening right now, police escorting school buses with students on board. Students will be bused to the staging area where parents are waiting to be reunited with their student. It's not too far from the high school. Arlington police say this was an intentional act of violence. That's one thing that they really did want to make clear. They're hoping the public will come forward with any information that may lead to the suspect. Again, that person has been identified as 18-year-old Timothy George Simpkins. We do want to let you know that we are sending a team out to Arlington where, of course, a lot of developments, and we'll be bringing you the latest. Ursula?
Thanks so much, Alicia. We're also following the story online at KSAT.com. Go to our homepage and we'll have the latest.
And as Alicia just told you, we do have a crew on the way to Arlington, and they will have a live report for us tonight at 5. In the meantime, new details this noon about a fire investigation at a recycling center on the east side.
The San Antonio Fire Department spent hours on the scene this morning, not too far off of I-35 near the AT&T Center.
As Jonathan Cotto reports, it wasn't the flames that made it a tough job for crews.
Firefighters arrived to Republic Services Recycling Center on the 1900 block of Hormel Drive on the east side just after midnight. They say inside the building, a 25-foot pile of cardboard and other recyclable materials was burning.
Crews got there, they found kind of a smoldering fire, a little bit of flame within a bunch of recycling material that was piled up.
Arlington says the main challenge wasn't the fire, but the heavy smoke.
We had to work with the recycling company to get some heavy machinery in there. Our folks using the heavy machinery to move it around and continue to get water on it.
He says because of the amount of cardboard and recyclables inside the plant, the slow-burning fire made it challenging to really tackle the hotspots. The building does have a sprinkler system, which he says helped control the burn.
Fire inspectors say no injuries were reported. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Reporting on the east side, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. San Antonio police still trying to track down a man accused of murdering someone over the weekend. 28-year-old Nathan Gonzalez accused of stabbing and killing 30-year-old Isaac Aguilar Sunday evening. Police say a heated argument led to the attack on Leal Street just west of downtown. Gonzalez was seen leaving the scene in a light-colored SUV. If you know where Gonzalez may be, call San Antonio PD's homicide unit. The number on your screen, it is 210-207-7635.
This noon, governors from several states are joining Governor Greg Abbott to talk about issues facing border communities. Abbott is in Mission, Texas, along with the other governors. He'll deliver remarks about the ongoing efforts along the border. This comes after that influx of mostly Haitian migrants camped under a bridge in Del Rio for days. You can watch the governor's remarks on KSAT.com.
We're also waiting to hear from Judge Nelson Wolf. He is set to deliver the State of the County address. He's expected to talk about recovery efforts and how they're going in Bexar County after many sectors took a hit during the pandemic. Judge Wolf expected to highlight investments Bexar County is making in workforce development, transportation, and technology to build a healthier, more resilient community. We're going to bring you the remarks live in this show, and we'll have more tonight at 5 and 6.
Vaccinations have been so important when it comes to COVID-19. In fact, more than 74% of the adult population in San Antonio is vaccinated for COVID. But what about the flu? UT Health San Antonio says only about 40% of Americans around the country get their flu shots. Max Massey explains the importance and the timeliness.
We are entering flu season. A lot of people already getting their flu shot, but there's still a lot of questions for a lot of viewers out there. So joining us today, Dr. Robert Leverance. So Dr. Leverance, why is it so important people get their flu shot?
You know, the flu shot's been around since the 1930s, so it has a long history of safety and effectiveness. And so the flu can be quite lethal, and we're entering flu season. So like every other prior flu season, it's important to get the flu shot now.
And we were here last year. We talked about the idea of a twindemic. You know, is that another fear this coming year?
It's even more important now to get the flu for that very reason, because clearly it's bad enough to get COVID alone or the flu alone, but it's much worse to get both. And so protect yourself by getting vaccinated for both the flu and COVID.
And we are now entering the idea of booster shots. Is it possible to get a booster shot and a vaccine just to be, time efficient?
You are allowed to get both shots at the same time, but it's best to call your primary care provider or your local pharmacy to be certain that they have both in stock and that they'll be administering them both together.
Okay, so they don't offset, there's not going to be a bad mixing of medicine, anything like that?
There's no problem with getting both at the same time. No contraindication. The CDC has cleared it.
All right, fantastic. And if anyone is interested in getting their flu shot today or this coming week, how do they go about it?
Call your primary care doctor's office or go to a local pharmacy.
All right, Dr. Leverance, thank you so much.
Thanks.
If you guys have any questions, we have all those answers. Just head to KSAT.com. Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
Happening today, we will be hosting a KSAT Community Town Hall to highlight the importance of domestic violence awareness. We'll be discussing the different forms of abuse and why it's important to take action. The town hall will be hosted by Myra Arthur. You can watch the discussion this afternoon at 2 on KSAT.com or on our KSAT streaming apps.
Today is No Zone Action Day, and there is a small window for rain coming up in the 7-day forecast. We'll show you where coming up.
And also coming up, the Memphis Grizzlies game ended after the third quarter last night. There's a good reason. Larry Mears will have it for you coming up in sports. Don't.
We want to give you the latest on the Facebook fallout. CEO Mark Zuckerberg coming out swinging, defending his company after a whistleblower's scathing testimony on Capitol Hill.
The former employee coming forward to claim the social media giant puts profit over public good. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
I believe Facebook's products harm children, stoke division, and weaken our democracy.
Former Facebook product manager Frances Haugen minced no words on Capitol Hill Tuesday, and now CEO Mark Zuckerberg doing the same, blasting her claims, saying they don't make any sense, adding at the heart of these accusations is this idea that we prioritize profit over safety and well-being. That's just not true. Haugen, who worked in civic integrity, says the company knew about the harmful and potentially toxic effects of its apps, purposely sowing division to keep users engaged and systematically choosing profit over the safety of its users.
I would like to emphasize one of the documents that we sent in on problematic use examined the rates of problematic use by age, and that peaked with 14-year-olds. They say explicitly, I feel bad when I use Instagram, and yet I can't stop.
Haugen calling on senators to pass laws that would create more transparency. She also wants a federal agency to oversee these social media giants.
Big tech companies have way too much power, way too much influence in our society today, and there are a lot of harmful side effects that are resulting from the use of these secret algorithms that manipulate the content that people see.
Facebook called Haugen's claims inaccurate, but agreed it's time to begin to create standard rules for the internet.
I think that she misrepresented the issues that she testified about. And, she didn't work on these issues at Facebook. And I think that she's mischaracterized a lot of the documents that she stole.
Haugen worries if action isn't taken now, we may see further division here in this country and around the world. She said she came forward despite personal risks in hopes of preventing that. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Hey, let's go outside, see what's out there.
I tell you what, another pretty day. Get out there and enjoy it while you can.
Is there a cloud out there anywhere?
There was earlier.
Where'd they go?
Like three.
Three.
They're gone. At least in that shot they are. It is going to be another nice day. We've got a nice stretch of weather really for most of this week. The aquifer is down, unfortunately, 0.3 of a foot to 659.6. In your pollen count, a long list here. Molds are high, ragweeds moderate, fall elm, grass, pigweed, all there. Plus, it's an ozone action day. We'll talk more about that coming up here in just a few minutes. And look ahead to the weekend, too. That's coming up.
Great day to have a little picnic.
Yeah, this is nice.
In the yard.
Have lunch outside somewhere.
KSAT's having lunch outside. This is perfect timing.
It is nice. It was
trying to impress the boss, huh?
That's right. It timed out really well. We're going to see some more nice weather the next couple of days too. Really even into the weekend before things change just a little bit. And you know, there has not been much changing the last couple of days. We started off in the 50s and 60s this morning. It was 61 in San Antonio. So if you were outside this morning, you thought, feels pretty good out here. We'll see a couple more mornings like this. 56 Kerrville, 54 Bernie Stage, 58 in Hondo, 57 Eagle Pass, 61 down there in Pleasanton. Clear skies for most of us. There were a few clouds earlier. Most of those have gone away. And we're looking at 83 now at the airport, 86 Stinson, 83 at Randolph, and not much in the way of wind. There is an air quality alert today, ozone action day, and that should say Wednesday, not Sunday, but today. It is unhealthy for those who are sensitive. If you have respiratory issues or asthma, this is one of those days where you may want to choose to stay inside just because the ozone levels are elevated. And it's possible it could be that way again tomorrow. So just a heads up. There's a look at some of those clouds I mentioned, very few, but they're pushing south now out of San Antonio. 84 Castroville, 79 Bernie Stage, 83 in New Braunfels, 82 in Seguin. A little bit of cloud cover around Kennedy, 83, 89, close to 90 there in Katua. And dew points, they've been pretty uniform last couple days. We've been sitting in the mid 50s, which isn't overly humid. It's not overly dry either, somewhere in the middle, but low enough to where the mornings are comfortable and really the afternoons aren't all that bad. Yes, temperatures are warm, but at least we don't have a heat index. 90, the forecast high today. We'll see clear skies going into tonight, 78, 10 o'clock. By midnight, we're down to 74. Here's the big picture. And we still have that big spin off to our east. So a lot of rain for folks across parts of Georgia and Tennessee. There are some stronger storms mixed in there, and I think there could be a little bit of severe weather there today. So that's where all the action is really for most of the country. There is a little bit of a shower activity as you get into the Rocky Mountains, and there's a little system there that's moving north. No big deal. This is the big one. You can see the spin. We've just been on the dry side of it, though, and that means we're not getting any rain out of it. A little closer look across Texas. Yeah, there are some clouds, but that is it. It just gives you an idea of how quiet things are if we're looking for clouds, because that's about all there is going on across the state of Texas. Futurecast shows that system will move away. Still quiet as we go into tomorrow. Still quiet over the weekend, especially Saturday. It's high pressure built in. And with this high pressure over top of us, it's going to be fairly warm. Humidity starts to increase Saturday night, too. So if you do have plans to be outdoors this weekend, no, it is going to be fairly summer-like, not fall-like at all. By Monday morning, a little system moves to our north, and there is enough there where we could see a small window for rain, about a 20% chance. And that's late Sunday, early Monday. I don't think we're going to get much rain out of this. We'll be on the tail end of things, but there is a small chance there. And then by Monday afternoon, it's moving east of us. Cloud cover, we mentioned we were looking at the clouds here. Cloud cover forecast, we'll see lots of sun Friday, Saturday. Sunday, we start to become more partly cloudy with that added moisture. By Monday, you'll see quite a bit more cloud cover. Extended forecast, 91 tomorrow, 91 Friday, 92 Saturday, 94 Sunday. One of our hottest days there. 20% chance for rain Sunday into Monday, and more 90s going into next week, guys.
Thank you, Justin.
All right, Spurs, bunch of young guns now. You can't talk about veterans anymore. Unless you want to talk about a guy who's only been there 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, it's all a bunch of young guys, including Joshua Primo.
And how old is he?
A whole 18 years old. 18 years old, and in his NBA preseason debut a couple nights ago, he was spectacular, and he said that he learned a lot from the Las Vegas Summer League. Well, he gets to play again tonight, and UTSA is facing another team that's better than its record coming up.
This Hispanic Heritage Moment is brought to you by Taco Cabana.
In the heart of San Antonio's west side, the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center preserves and promotes the rich traditions of Chicano, Latino, and Native American cultures. In 1980, a group of Chicano artists saw the need for shaping the Hispanic artistic experience in San Antonio. So they founded the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center, and since its creation, it has promoted Chicano and Latino artists across 6 artistic disciplines. Through their dance company, Cine Festival, and Tejano Conjunto Festival, the center helps preserve Latin traditions and artistic innovation. With its community-based education, commissions, and collaboration with Mexican artists, the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center has become the model for other Latino community-based organizations across the Southwest and the nation.
The Spurs are in Detroit for their first road game of this preseason tonight. Now, the Spurs won their exhibition opener, beating the Utah Jazz 111-85 at the AT&T Center. In that game, first-round draft pick and rookie Joshua Primo, the youngest player in the draft at 18, put on a show. He tied DeJounte Murray for leading scorer, but did it with less time on the court. 17 points in 18 minutes. That included 3 3-pointers on 7 of 8 shooting off the bench. He said it was fun playing at the AT&T Center and showing off his skills at both ends of the court. And he says playing in the Las Vegas Summer League prepared him for his first preseason game.
You got to be physical. That's the biggest thing I took away. You got to be physical on and off the ball. This league is going to punish you if you're not ready for it. And I think from the jump during training camp, my teammates made sure that I was going to know that. And so coming into this game, I felt like I was pretty prepared, but it's only going to get harder from here.
And he has another test tonight. The Spurs at the Pistons, preseason game number 2 tonight, 6 o'clock at Little Caesars Arena. Bucks at the Grizzlies last night. This game came to an alarming end. Memphis led 87-77 after 3 quarters when the fire alarm and sprinklers went off for no apparent reason at the FedEx Forum. Fans were evacuated and the team sent to the locker rooms. After a lengthy delay, the NBA suspended the game in the interest of player safety. The league consulted with both teams before calling it a night after 3 quarters. UTSA football will try and make more program history when they go after their 6th win in a row to open the season when they face the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers on the road this Saturday. The Roadrunners have matched their best start at 5-0 from the 2012 season with a 24-17 victory against UNLV. The Roadrunners are 3.5-point underdogs, even though Western Kentucky is 1-3. But don't let their record fool you. They're coming off a 48-31 loss to Michigan State, where their quarterback Bailey Zappi from Victoria threw for 488 yards in the loss and has already amassed more than 1,700 yards in the air with 16 touchdowns. The Roadrunners know what they are up against.
I feel like this is really like the first air raid team I've really seen for real. But you know, they're a great team, like I've been saying. You know, just as far as the way they run routes, how they mesh well with each other. You know, they definitely, you can definitely tell that they have real chemistry with each other. You know, they have a real feel for the game. They're all smart players, and just the way that that they just move around on the field, you can tell that they're very skilled. You know, in the pass game, and the quarterback is the head of that, and he does a great job taking control. So they're going to be a great challenge, especially like I said, going up there and playing them. So we're going to have to make sure we really prepare and, ready to take on that challenge.
Kickoff at Western Kentucky on Saturday is set for 6 p.m. The Hilltoppers are 1-1 at home this season.
On paper, we hate games on paper, though.
Oh, yeah. Who wants to play a game on paper? Come on.
High-scoring game.
Let's get out there on the field and play this game.
Thanks, Larry.
Tear up that paper.
If the pandemic has you tackling DIY paint projects around the house, you know a gallon goes a long way, and that means you're often left with this. a lot of unused paint. Coming up today at 5, how to properly store leftover paint so it doesn't go to waste.
We want to get you back to that late-breaking news in North Texas. Police in Arlington investigating after shots rang out on a high school campus.
We know at least 4 people were hurt at Timberwood High School. Alicia Barrera is live in the newsroom with the latest.
Yeah, we've been following this news during KSAT News Now at 11. So far, we know Arlington Police is taking charge of the investigation. Make 2 things very clear. The shooting was not random. This was an intentional act of violence and is considered to be armed and dangerous. This is 16-year-old Timothy George Simpkins. He's suspected of shooting at least 2 people. Arlington PD tweeted Simpkins may be driving a 2018 silver Dodge Charger with the license plate PFY 6260. Here's what police say happened. Simpkins was involved in a fight with another student this morning inside a classroom, and it was caught on cell phone video. Timberview High School is located about 30 minutes southwest of Dallas. That classroom fight then escalated, and police say Simpkins pulled out a gun and started firing his weapon. Timberview High School immediately went into lockdown with all lights being turned off and students and teachers taking cover inside classrooms. Meanwhile, Simpkins made a run for it on foot and has yet to be located by police.
We currently have multiple agencies, including the U.S. Marshals Task Force, that is looking for this individual. Again, this is a collaborative effort between state, local, and federal agencies to bring this person to justice.
Again, that person being 18-year-old Timothy George Simpkins, who is suspected of opening fire inside a high school. Here's a breakdown of what we know about the 4 victims. 3 of those victims are students. 1 is an older person. 2 people were shot and are in the hospital. That's according to Arlington Police. At least 1 of the victims is undergoing surgery. Currently, Timberview High School is still off limits. Students continue to be bused to a staging area where finally they will be able to be reunited with their parents. Hundreds of those parents have been lined up for quite some time, saying they're really just desperate to hug their child and just know that they are okay. Meanwhile, already one of the big questions is how did this student, that suspect, even get a gun inside that high school? That's something that authorities are already looking into, and know that we do have a crew on the way to Arlington to bring you the latest, of course, here on air and online. Back to you.
Thank you, Alicia. It'll be interesting to know if they had metal detectors there. We're also tracking the latest online at KSAT.com. You can find the latest on our homepage.
And as Alicia told us, we have a crew on the way. They will have a live report tonight at 5 o'clock from Arlington. Now to the latest on the fight against COVID-19. A new forecasting from the CDC giving some hope the worst may be over. The scientists predict that the number of COVID cases, hospitalizations, and fatalities will continue to fall over the next 2 weeks, but the numbers will still be painful, with 22,000 Americans expected to die from COVID these next 2 weeks, down from 26,000 people over the 2 weeks prior. Meanwhile, drug companies are making new tools. Drug maker AstraZeneca asked for emergency FDA authorization of its antibody treatment to help prevent COVID-19. Antibodies have often been used to treat people who've already gotten sick, but this would help prevent disease for high-risk Americans with compromised immune systems.
This is not in place of the vaccines. Really important. This is an additional layer of therapy that we have.
The White House is trying to celebrate the positive, announcing on Tuesday that 76% of Americans 12 and older have gotten at least 1 shot. And the Department of Health and Human Services is out with a new report saying that COVID vaccines kept more than 250,000 seniors from getting sick.
Meantime, the Biden administration temporarily relaxing the rules for a student loan forgiveness program. It's been criticized for its complex requirements in the past. This change would offer debt relief to thousands of teachers, social workers, military members, and other public servants. The Education Department said Wednesday it'll drop some of the toughest requirements around the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. That was launched back in 2007 to steer more college graduates into public service. Through October 2022, public servants with any type of federal student loan or repayment plan will be eligible for loan forgiveness if they have made 10 years of payments.
Outside with live cam, if you brought your lunch to work and you haven't eaten yet, you might consider going outside if there's like a place to sit. I mean, I don't know, maybe hopefully your company has like a picnic table or something. You don't have to sit on the curb, but you know, still go outside.
Somewhere comfortable. It is really nice. We've got a lot of blue skies out there. It is turned into a nice day. It was a nice morning too, as we pointed out earlier. And we've got the pictures to prove it. Take a look at this one on our KSAT Connect sent in by James. This is out near Pearsall Park. Beautiful shot with those clouds, the few clouds that we did see this morning. It looks like we have a few crepuscular rays there too. Always cool to see. Great colors. James, we appreciate it as always. Temperature-wise, 84 Bandera. We're still in the 70s around Bernie Stage, but that's the last spot below that 80-degree mark. Everyone else is now well into the 80s, if not near 90. That's the latest reading there in Devine. You do see a few clouds down there around Pleasanton, 87 there, 83 out in New Braunfels. Headlines today. If you liked yesterday, you're going to like today. It's the same story. This weekend, it does get hot. I mean, it's already pretty warm, but we may jump into the mid-90s. More humidity shows up by Sunday, and that leads to a small window for rain by Monday morning. In the meantime, we'll see temperatures up around 90 degrees today, falling to 87 at 7 o'clock and down to 78 by 10 p.m. Guys.
Thanks, Justin. Seems like strange timing, but the Cowboys release a linebacker. Larry Ramirez with the details coming up.
Stories launching Black Friday deals earlier than ever before this year, and retailers are finding some new ways to avoid potential shipping delays. Details after the break.
From Amazon to Target, stores already rolling out holiday deals, hoping shoppers start buying early. October is typically the busiest shipping month of the year as retailers stock up for Black Friday. But 3 months before Christmas, the supply chain is facing massive disruptions. The pandemic creating shipping issues, shortages, and delays. Now Microsoft can't get the parts to build the new Xbox consoles. Nike's feeling a supply crunch as well. The company working to shift footwear production out of Vietnam, where factories are closed because of COVID restrictions, to places like China and Indonesia to prevent further delays. Clothing companies like H&M and Boohoo admitting their profits are likely to suffer because of rising supply chain costs and bottlenecks in ports coast to coast. Some retailers trying to alleviate their stress by flying goods in by air freight.
It could take a little bit longer, particularly for e-commerce, for things to arrive at your home.
And consumers could soon see the supply chain crunch take a toll on your pocketbook. Experts say prices could rise up as much as 20%. Look for those increases on everything from toys to holiday decor.
Too nice and warm out there to be talking about holidays, don't you think?
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, we're getting closer. We're getting closer to Halloween. We're almost there. But it does not feel like it. You're right about that because it has been warm. We're looking for some of those highs in the 70s, right? A nice big cold front to come through. So far, not in the forecast. It's going to stay pretty warm. 83 so far today. 61 was the low this morning. We'll be a little bit below average for the low, a little bit above average for the high. The records are 95 and 46, set back in 1931 and 1964. We look ahead to the weekend. There is a small chance for rain. We'll show it to you coming up.
Well, can't say anything more than beautiful day today. Are we going to do the mural story?
I think we're going to do the mural story.
Let's do the mural story. One mural in town decorating not just a wall, it has been behind a wall for more than a decade.
Earlier this year, the Mexican Cultural Institute once again unveiled that work of art for public viewing. In this week's If These Walls Could Talk, Katrina Weber gives us a look at it and tells us the story behind it.
There's a mystery about it even in the dark. Iron and bronze working in harmony to reflect light. That's not unlike the vision world-renowned Mexican artist Miguel Figueres had when he created this Telón de la Paz mural.
It represents peace. Peace between Mexico and San Antonio.
Originally built for a Mexico City theater, it was brought to San Antonio during the 1968 World's Fair. Now it lives at the Mexican Cultural Institute in Hemisphere Park, a gift from the artist.
A very symbolic piece of Mexican art, and we're all very proud of having this mural in this institute and in this city.
Consul General Ruben Minuti Sanata says for years, though, that subject of pride on the wall had been behind another wall. During an architecture exhibit in 2010, the artwork was covered up but never forgotten.
It was common knowledge that it was behind this wall.
Earlier this year, little by little, light began to shine again on this symbol of peace. Staff here helped to peel away the sheetrock. With this being covered up for so long, the big concern was what it would look like once it was exposed again. And everyone here was relieved to find out that time practically stood still.
Of course, clean it and just repaint a little bit. But honestly, we didn't have to do anything. It was just amazing the way we found it.
Now it's open for public display, but one person who won't get to see it again is the artist himself.
I think he would be very proud. He would be very satisfied.
Felgueras died from COVID-19 late last year. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Beautiful mural.
That's something else. The fact that it was here in 1968 for the World's Fair.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Very cool.
All right. Speaking of Hemisphere, I bet Hemisphere Park's got a place where you can eat your lunch.
Oh, always.
One of those
I'd
picnic
say
tables,
so.
right?
Yeah, there's a couple good spots there where you could set up for a nice lunch today, as nice as the weather has been. And one thing to keep in mind, as we've been saying all morning, it is an ozone action day. So if you have respiratory issues, asthma, you're sensitive to that kind of thing, keep that in mind. It is in the unhealthy sensitive category. We get these every now and then. We've had several of them this year, but the ozone levels are a little bit high, and the forecast is for them to stay elevated tomorrow too, so heads up there. Otherwise, we've got a lot of blue skies. 83 degrees at the airport right now. Dew point is at 56, calm winds. We're not going to see a lot of wind today. And temperatures now in the 80s just about everywhere. 84 Bandera, 82 Kerrville, 83 Hondo, 89 in Devine, 83 New Braunfels, 80 up there in Canyon Lake, very comfortable. 88 Carrizo Springs, 89 in Cotulla. We'll start to see some 90s by next hour showing up on the map. And here in San Antonio, we do think we'll get up above 90, or at least close to it this afternoon. Dew points will stay in the 50s through about Saturday. I still think Saturday is going to be a fairly dry day, but by Sunday morning, humidity pours in here, and it's going to be sticky for the start of next week. We could see a few showers as that moisture returns as well. As far as cloud cover goes, there's been a little bit of it today, not much. So mostly sunny skies throughout the rest of the afternoon. A lot more sun coming up tomorrow too, before we do begin to see a little bit of cloud cover over the weekend with some of that added moisture. Looking at the radar and satellite here, big pinwheel spin here across the eastern part of the country, and that is that upper level low that's been sitting there for several days. It's cut off from the jet stream, so it hasn't moved. We've been on the dry side of it, so we get the sinking air, the drier air here, but the lift out ahead of the low has been producing a ton of showers and storms and some heavy rain too there around Atlanta and up towards Cincinnati, and just a little bit of rain with area of low pressure up across the Rocky Mountains. You can see some of that drier air here on water vapor. It's been sticking around South Texas. So here's what our forecast looks like, and here's the setup. I mentioned that area of low pressure. There is a flash flood watch, by the way, for folks in Alabama and Georgia today, just because that heavy rain is going to keep happening with this low not moving very quickly. It does finally move out by the end of the week, and then high pressure tries to replace it, but it comes and sits right over top of us. And when that happens, we typically see some pretty warm temperatures. I think that's what we're going to be looking at over the weekend. So highs in the low 90s, maybe even mid 90s in some cases. And then by Monday, a little storm system moves to our north. That opens up a small window for some showers and storms. We'll really be on the tail end of things here, so I think our rain chance is pretty small. And if you're south of San Antonio, there's probably not much hope for any kind of significant rain. By Monday, 5 o'clock, this is moving out, and we head into another pretty quiet period. Forecast for today, up around 90. We drop into the 80s by 8 o'clock, and then 70s by 10 o'clock. And then we'll be off to another great start tomorrow. 62 on your Thursday, 91 by the afternoon, 91 Friday. Humidity returns over the weekend. Small chance for rain Sunday into Monday, but we're still in the 90s to start next week, guys.
Thanks, Justin.
Usually when a guy gets released 4 weeks into the regular season of the NFL, you'd think he'd done something really bad or he's just hurt or something.
You know, I think the Cowboys are looking beyond this season and salary cap implications for next season. And what impresses me the most about the Cowboys' release in Jalen Smith is the fact how much Jerry Jones loves him, but yet he was still able to part with him. So perhaps Jerry Jones is growing up as a general manager. Coming up, though, we are talking BGC coverage Friday night. Floresville at Alamo Heights, a 15-5A2 district opener. It's a huge one. Plus, in the bigs, the Yankees are out thanks to the Red Sox. Coming up.
We've been waiting to hear from Judge Nelson Wolf. He is at the podium speaking now, delivering the State of the County address.
You can watch his remarks live on KSAT.com right now, and we'll have a wrap-up for you at 5 and 6. You might want to wait till 5 and 6 because Larry's live right now.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Thanks, David. Yesterday, the Dallas Cowboys released linebacker Jalen Smith, even though they still owe him $7.2 million. ESPN broke the story last night, just before 8 o'clock. Smith has fallen out of favor with new defensive coordinator Dan Quinn after the Cowboys drafted both Micah Parsons and Jabril Cox. But many thought it was Leighton Vander Esch who was on the line since he was in the last year of his contract after the Cowboys chose not to exercise his fifth-year option. Smith was a great comeback story after a severe knee injury in his final college game for Notre Dame. Still, the Cowboys took a chance on him with the second-round draft pick in 2016 as he worked his way back from nerve damage for a full season before he was back on the field, wearing the star in 2017 and making it to the Pro Bowl in 2019 when he signed a 5-year extension worth $64 million with $35 million guaranteed. Smith was credited with 19 tackles this season in 4 games, playing in 148 of 264 snaps. Our big game this Friday night takes place in Orem Stadium on the campus of Alamo Heights when the undefeated Mules, ranked number 5 in 12's top 12, welcome the undefeated Floresville Tigers, who are ranked number 9, the district opener for both teams in 15-5A Division II. The Tigers have posted wins against Antonian, Southwest Legacy, Southside, and Livonia, led by running back Darion Murphy, who is one of the top 10 running backs in the area with 688 yards and 12 touchdowns. The Mules have defeated Bernie, Churchill, Central Catholic, Canyon Lake, and Wimberley 7-0 in a great defensive stand, led by dual threat quarterback James Sobey, who has 832 yards in the air with 11 touchdowns and another 193 on the ground with 3 more touchdowns.
It's very important. We're going into it 0-0. That's the thought on our mind. So we want to get this first district victory and just try to set up the rest of district play.
They're a big physical team. They're not going to lay over for a 5-0 team. They're 5-0 too. They want to keep 6-0. So do we. So it's going to be a battle of the teams.
Oh, it's going to be a battle. Kickoff Friday night at Orem Stadium will be at 7, and KSAT 12 Sports will be there. High school volleyball last night. East Central hosting Steele in District 27 6A. 5th set, Hornets take the lead. Nicole Pruski drills a shot off the block and out, 13-12 EC. But Steele answers back. Sydney Rodriguez gets up for the huge block. The Knights win at 3-2 and improve to 6-2 in district. In District 26 3A, Randolph taking on Marion. Rohawks rolling. Riley Romero calls her own number with the dump shot, and it's 12-6 Rohawks. Then Erica Washington hammers one through the block. Randolph wins the match 3-0 and are now 8-0 in district. We have more highlights of both of these matches and from Livonia versus Cuero on our website at KSAT.com. Yankees at the Red Sox last night. AL wildcard game, bottom of the first. The Red Sox Xander Bogaerts takes Garrett Cole deep to center field for a 2-run homer and a quick 2-0 lead for Boston. Kyle Schwarber hits a solo shot off Cole in the bottom of the third to make it 3-0, and the Red Sox win 6-2 and will face the Rays in the best-of-5 AL Division Series. New York is off until the start of spring training.
All that money they spend. And that season ended early.
Yep,
oh,
sure
well.
did.
It happens. SA Live is
Hey, we spend a lot of money on these guys.
Go.
Don't we spend a lot of money on these guys?
They save us a lot of money.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
We get a lot of food.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are
halfway through our Halloween DIY week, and today, no tricks, just treats.
We're down to brass tacks here. This is the good stuff. Oh my goodness, look at these treats, cupcakes and cookies and candy corn and even a treat charcuterie. Oh, and we're going to learn how to decorate those cakes. It is just treat overload here.
And if you are throwing a Halloween bash, we have a fantastic idea for a very spooky party platter.
Yes, indeed. And how about some treats from Sweet Teas? Trinity Miranda is here, but not everything is sweet, right?
No, so I've made so many sweet things. I thought it was time to try something spicy, and so I make my own spicy crunch, and you'll see what makes it so spicy in just a few minutes.
All right.
And of course, we are celebrating Filipino American History Month, and Jen is out at Sari Sari.
Yes, a tough assignment today, but we are getting ready for the Kamayan feast. As you can see, this beautiful setup, and we are going to do that here in the show and show you what it all means, the culture, and learn about all of this amazing food and how you can come enjoy it this month. Back.
Oh, that looks really good. All right, we have got a charcuterie board that we're going to learn how to make some great little techniques, and wait till you see the trays that they use to put this all together. Perfect for a Halloween party. I can't wait to dig in. I'm getting a sugar overload just looking at all this stuff here.
All that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.
Take one of those.